Hey guys, welcome back to the Fool Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you are new to my channel and you like it, please hit the subscribe. I really appreciate that. Anyways, today I wanted to give you my foolish thoughts after Michigan's 82-76 loss in West Lafayette to Purdue. A loss is a loss, don't get me wrong, but I was pleasantly surprised by the effort that Michigan played with in this game. And you hope there'll be some building blocks. You hope that Michigan can have the same level of effort in Ann Arbor in like 5 or 6 days they're going to play again. And hopefully Michigan can finally get a signature win. I know Indiana could be a signature win if Indiana, finishes the season strong. But Michigan's really lacking a signature win. And to beat a top 5 team, I don't know if they're 4 or 5, sorry, Purdue fans, what Purdue is ranked, but if to beat them would be a signature win. And you see the building blocks of it, you see the way to do it, and then you also see how Michigan continues to shoot itself in the foot over and over and over. Where to start with? Obviously, Purdue, major props. First half was highlighted by Edey and Williams combining for, I think, 20 points. Edey had 11 points, Williams had 9. Just excellent job on the interior end. It was partially impacted by Hunter Dickenson getting an early foul, and Hunter is so important to the Michigan offense that he has to just play off. He cannot get in foul troubles because he goes to the bench and the team just is completely less effective without him out on the court. So he gave up a couple dunks and some layups and stuff because he did not want to get a second foul. So first half, totally, Edey and Williams did great. Now, Michigan, I don't know if they really changed anything because Edey only scored 2 points in the second half. Williams got 10 points, so he continued his good play. But all of a sudden, Ivey just exploded. At least according to my numbers, I think he had 17 points in the second half. And he kept attacking and putting Hunter Dickenson in a predicament. Is he going to keep driving? Is he going to do a little floater? Then Michigan starts to try to double him in the block or in the lane, and then there's open people. Williams for a dunk, some other layups. Ivey's athleticism, Michigan had not a significant match for it, and Michigan had a problem. And they tried to have Eli Brooks covering him, and Eli couldn't do it. I know people say Eli Brooks does good defense, but when he is outmatched size-wise, he is just a liability out there. I'm not saying anyone would have stopped Ivey, but I tell you what, I'm really impressed with Jace Howard. Again, I know he came in the Illinois game, and he actually did decent against Kofi Cockburn. And today he came in, and he was used a lot in the press, the full court press, and then he was covering Ivey, and I don't know what it was. Maybe Ivey was getting tired, whatever, but all of a sudden Ivey started settling for jump shots, and a three-pointer here and a three-pointer there, and he didn't get points for a while. Maybe he was getting tired, or maybe Jace Howard had the energy, right? Because Howard was just on the bench the whole game. So, that can help even out the skill a little bit. A guy who's fresh versus someone who's rested. Versus someone who's tired. I was happy with how Howard played. I know he only had 1 point, but he played very good defense, energy. Another thing to talk about is the bench. In the first half, Buffkin got 2 3-pointers, I think it was 6 points. Johns got a 3-pointer. Williams got 4 points. In the second half, nothing. So there was 12 points in the first half off the bench for Michigan. The second half, 1 point, and that was a Howard free throw. So what was hoping to be a really strong bench game fizzled out. Because honestly, Michigan needs to have 15 to 20 points off the bench to really have a chance to win games. And then, 2 things I just want to point out. I know Devontae Jones' stat line looks okay. 13 points, 4 assists, but 3 official turnovers. He got called for a couple charges in the second half that could have been 3-point plays, but they both got called against him. Thank you to Fox for the worthless or no replays. The one replay they showed, you can't even see the guy's feet. You can't see an angle at all if he's moving or not moving. Great replay, Fox. The first charge he got called for, they didn't even show that. They showed 2 highlights from other plays like a minute ago. I'm like, I don't need to see a guy go in for a layup or a dunk or whatever. I want to see the foul that just happened. That's what I want to see. Right? That's more important to me than what happened a minute ago. So anyways, he got a couple of those. That really would have helped in the big scheme of things if Michigan got 6 points there instead of having 2 turnovers. And Devontae Jones, I know the stat line, like I said, is good. But he, to me, was struggling in a bit. In the first half, he did a bounce pass to Caleb Houston for 3. And Caleb Houston has to just sit there and wait because it's a bounce pass instead of just a chest pass. And that gives the defense time to collapse, and he misses a shot. He did another one to a corner guy. I don't know if it was Williams or who it was, and it was a high pass. And so it totally throws off the momentum. It's and the rhythm and everything. You got to get that ball right into them in the shooting spot, especially when you're not being pressured. I mean, if it's a pressure situation, fine, but these are passes that should be made by any college point guard. Of course, he got the 3 fouls, and then he sat on the bench, and suddenly Michigan was going with Eli Brooks and 3 power forwards, and just did terrible in that stretch. Michigan really struggled in both halves when Edey sat out. The first time Edey comes out, after the 4-minute mark or something, Edey sits down, and all of a sudden Michigan just didn't adjust or didn't figure out what they were supposed to do, and all of a sudden Purdue just boom, 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 8-10-0 run, boom, boom, boom. It's if Edey's not out there, you need to, figure out what you're going to do. And so, again, stupid turnovers, trying to make bounce passes to Hunter Dickenson or any big in the lane was going bad. Obviously, you had Hunter Dickinson getting the ball off his leg. Of course, it's under 2 minutes, so they can review it, and it goes to Purdue. Michigan did poorly in both ends of halves. I think they went scoreless over the last 2 minutes in the first half, and their effort, their offense in the last couple minutes of this game, turnover and such, just ended the game. It was 80, it was 10 points, 12 points. The game was over. Michigan chipped away at it because of a couple missed free throws, and Purdue was just letting them get some layups, keeping them from shooting the 3-pointers. It was nice, a perk, I'll say. Caleb Houston was, again, a ghost in the first half, 0 points. In the second half, I have him down for 11 points. He had a 3, maybe 2 threes. Started driving to the lane. He got to the free throw line. That's the Caleb Houston we need. I mean, I need that in the first and second half, man. Let's get you 15 to 20 points a game. Come on. So again, some positives, too many negatives to overcome a top 5 team on the road. But hopefully Michigan can build on this. And I'm going to criticize Coach Howard a little bit. It was probably because of fouls, but Michigan stopped doing the trap. They got a couple turnovers that way, but, maybe he just didn't want to put them directly on the free throw line. And, man, just some big killing your momentum plays. They miss a free throw, a 1-and-1, and we don't box out, and they get it, and they get 2 points off of that. Or just plays like that. You're not going to win on the road when you don't execute the simple things. I don't think the refereeing had much to do with the game, but I just always find this so annoying how basketball does this. In the first half, there were 4 fouls called, all on Michigan. But probably the way the refs called it helped Michigan because Hunter Dickinson didn't have to sit down with 2 fouls. So I'm fine, whatever. Right? Only 4 called in the first half. The second half, 23. So I don't really think all of a sudden all the players started hacking and everything in the first half versus the second half. So it's why do the refs change how they ref the game? That's always so annoying to me. It happens almost every single game. They call more fouls in the second half. And I'm not discounting, the fouls, intentional fouls. Michigan had 2 or 3 of those at the end, so fine. But so they called 19 to 20 extra fouls in the second half versus 4 in the first half. So why is the second half ref so much tighter? Just my little foolish thoughts. Michigan loses, back to 5-5 in the Big Ten. Still looking for a primo signature win. Again, it was if you will, a good loss, but lots to shore up, and we'll see how it goes. Michigan plays Penn State, I think, is the next game. Then they're playing Purdue once again. So Now, no time to rest, no time to feel sorry for yourself. You got to get back up and hopefully beat Penn State, and then you get your chance at Purdue again. Hey guys, if you have any comments, let me know in the box below. I'll try to respond as I'm able to, and thanks for watching. Until I see you guys next time, as always, go Blue!